Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason, and I'm very happy to have you here today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Julia, and we're excited you're listening with us. This podcast is made especially for English learners who want to feel more confident and comfortable with English.
Today's topic is very important and very common. We're talking about how to remember English words.
Yes, many learners say, I learned new words today, but I forget them tomorrow. If this sounds like you, don't worry. You are not alone.
In this episode, we'll share simple, practical, and real techniques to help you remember English words for a long time. Not just for one day.
And don't worry, we'll explain everything in an easy way with examples you can use in your daily life.
So relax, take a deep breath, and enjoy learning with us.
Let's get started.
Julia, let's start with a very honest question. Why do so many English learners forget words so quickly?
That's a great question, Jason. One big reason is that learners learn too many words at the same time.
Yes, I've seen that a lot. People write long word lists and try to memorize everything in one day.
Exactly. The brain gets tired, and after a short time, the words disappear. Learning is not about speed, it's about connection.
Another reason is that learners don't use the words. They only read or write them, but they never speak them.
Right. If you don't use a word in a sentence, your brain thinks, this word is not important, and it forgets it.
Also, many learners only learn the translation of a word.
Yes, and that's a big problem. When you only translate, you don't understand how the word works in real life.
And let's not forget fear. Some learners are afraid of making mistakes, so they don't practice.
That's true. But mistakes are part of learning. If you don't make mistakes, you don't improve.
So forgetting words doesn't mean you're bad at English.
It just means you need a better learning method, not more effort.
Julia, earlier we talked about translation being a problem. Can you explain why learning only translation is not enough?
Of course. When you learn a word only in your language, your brain doesn't really understand the word. It just remembers a meaning for a short time.
So the word doesn't become part of real English thinking?
Exactly. Instead, learners should learn words with meaning, situation, and feeling.
Can you give us a simple example?
Sure. Let's take the word hungry. Instead of translating it, think about the feeling. Your stomach is empty, you want food. That's hungry.
That makes it much easier to remember.
Yes, because your brain remembers experiences, not translations.
So learners should ask themselves, when do I use this word? And how do I feel when I say it?
Exactly. You can also learn words by acting them or imagining a situation.
That's a great tip. Learning words this way makes them real, not just letters on a page.
And when words feel real, you remember them for a long time.
Now that learners understand word meaning, the next big step is using words in daily life.
Yes, Jason, this is very important. If you don't use a word, you will forget it, even if you understand it.
Some learners say, I don't have anyone to speak English with.
That's very common, but you don't need a partner. You can speak English with yourself.
With yourself? That sounds interesting.
Yes. For example, when you wake up, say, I am tired or I feel happy today.
That's simple and very practical.
You can also talk about what you're doing. I am making tea. I am going to work. I am studying English.
So your daily life becomes English practice.
Exactly. Another great habit is thinking in English. When you learn a new word, try to think one sentence in English, not your own language.
That helps the brain connect faster.
Yes, and you can also write short sentences or speak them out loud. Even one sentence a day is powerful.
So the key idea here is simple. Use English words every day in small ways.
Because when English becomes part of your daily life, your brain remembers the words naturally.
Julia, many learners try to memorize words alone, without sentences or stories. Why is that a problem?
Because our brains love stories, not single words. When a word is inside a story or sentence, it has meaning and emotion.
So context helps the brain remember better.
Exactly. Let's take a simple example. Instead of learning the word tired alone, learn it in a sentence. After work, I feel tired.
That sentence feels real and easy to remember.
Yes, because you can imagine yourself after a long day. Your brain connects the word with a real situation.
What about short stories?
Short stories are great for beginners. Even a 2-sentence story can help. Ali studied English all night. In the morning, he felt tired but happy.
That's simple, but very powerful.
When learners read or listen to stories, they see words again and again naturally.
So instead of memorizing lists, learners should read simple stories, dialogues, or podcasts.
Yes, words learned in context stay longer in your memory.
Julia, many learners know repetition is important, but they still forget words. Why?
Because they repeat words the wrong way. They repeat many times in one day, then never repeat again.
So repetition needs to be smart, not fast.
Exactly. It's better to repeat a word a little bit every day than many times in 1 hour.
Can you explain how learners can do that?
Sure. When you learn a new word today, use it today. Then use it again tomorrow and again after a few days.
So the brain gets reminders.
Yes. Each time you repeat, the word becomes stronger in your memory.
Should learners only repeat by reading?
No, they should repeat in different ways. Say the word, write a sentence, and listen to it.
That activates different parts of the brain.
Exactly. Repetition with variety helps you remember longer.
So the key message is simple. Repeat words over time and in different ways.
That's the smart way to make words stay in your memory.
Julia, some people say they remember things better when they see them. How does visual memory help with learning English words?
Visual memory is very powerful. When you connect a word with an image, your brain remembers it faster and longer.
So instead of only reading a word, learners should see it in their mind.
Exactly. For example, when you learn the word apple, don't translate it. Imagine a red apple in your hand.
That sounds simple, but very effective.
Yes, the image doesn't need to be perfect. It can be funny, strange, or emotional. That actually helps memory.
Interesting. So a funny picture can help you remember better.
Absolutely. The brain loves unusual images. You can also draw small pictures or use flashcards with images.
What about daily life?
Great question. When you see real objects around you, say the word in English. Chair, window, phone. Connect the word with what you see.
So learners should turn their environment into an English classroom.
Exactly. When you see it, say it, and imagine it, the word stays in your memory.
Julia, many learners want to learn English very fast. Is that a good idea?
Not really, Jason. Learning fast often means forgetting fast.
That's very true. Some learners try to learn 30 or 50 words in one day.
Yes, and the brain cannot keep that many new words at the same time. It becomes stressful and confusing.
So what's a better approach?
Learn small, but learn deep. Even 5 new words a day is enough if you really use them.
That sounds much easier and less stressful.
Exactly. With a small number of words, you can make sentences, think in English, and repeat them daily.
So slow learning is actually smart learning.
Yes, English is a journey, not a race. Small daily steps bring big results.
That's a great message for beginners.
When you learn small and practice regularly, your confidence and memory both grow.
Julia, now let's talk about some common mistakes English learners make when learning new words.
Yes, this part is very important because many learners make the same mistakes again and again.
What's one big mistake?
One big mistake is only writing word lists and never using the words in sentences.
So learners remember the list, but not the real word.
Exactly. Another mistake is not reviewing words. Learners learn a word once and then move on.
And after a few days, the word is gone.
Yes, review is not boring, it's necessary. Even short review helps a lot.
What about fear of mistakes?
That's a very common one. Many learners are afraid to speak because they want to be perfect.
But perfection stops progress.
Exactly. Mistakes help your brain learn faster. If you wait to be perfect, you'll never speak.
So the key is practice, review, and courage.
Yes. Avoid these mistakes and remembering words becomes much easier.
Julia, we've talked about many tips, but how should learners practice every day?
Great question, Jason. The key is to have a simple daily routine that is easy to follow.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Start your day by reviewing yesterday's words for 5 minutes. Then, learn 3 to 5 new words. Don't try to learn too many at once.
And after learning new words, should learners use them immediately?
Absolutely. Make simple sentences or say them out loud. For example, I eat breakfast at 8 a.m. Use the new word in a sentence you can relate to.
What about listening?
Listen to English every day. Songs, podcasts, or short videos. When you hear the words you learned, your memory strengthens.
And in the evening?
At the end of the day, quickly review all words again, even 5 minutes. Small daily steps are better than long, irregular sessions.
So consistency is the secret.
Exactly. A simple daily routine makes remembering words much easier and less stressful.
Julia, we've shared many tips today, but learners sometimes feel frustrated. They learn words and still forget them. How can they stay motivated?
That's very common, Jason. First, learners should remember forgetting is normal. Even native speakers forget words sometimes.
That's reassuring. So forgetting doesn't mean failure.
Exactly. Every time you review and practice, your memory becomes stronger. Progress is slow but steady, and that's okay.
Any practical advice to keep motivation high?
Yes. Set small daily goals. For example, learn 3 new words today, make 3 sentences, and review yesterday's words.
Small goals are easier to reach and feel rewarding.
Also, celebrate every success. Even saying 1 sentence in English is a step forward.
And most importantly, enjoy the learning journey.
Yes, English learning is not just about memorizing words. It's about expressing yourself, thinking in English, and connecting with the world.
Great advice, Julia. Remember, listeners, keep practicing, stay consistent, and don't give up. Julia, before we finish, let's quickly recap today's episode.
Sure. Today we talked about how to remember English words. We learned that understanding words with meaning is better than just translation. Using words in daily life makes them stick. Learning words through stories, repetition, and visuals helps memory. Learning small, avoiding common mistakes, and having a daily routine are keys to success.
And most importantly, stay motivated and patient. Progress takes time, and that's completely normal.
Yes, and now, listeners, it's your turn to practice these tips every day. Start small, review often, and use new words in real situations.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with other English learners. Also, leave a comment and tell us which tip you will try first.
We would love to hear from you, and stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll share even more practical English learning strategies.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Keep practicing, and see you next time.
Bye, everyone. Happy learning!